He speaks geek! Hello, welcome. No, it's not Tom Hardy and Accardi. It is in fact me, Ryan Speaks Geek. Welcome to another episode. Again, it's been a week because what I've done is not put any thought really into this, so it's completely inconsistent, and it's whenever I get around to doing them or feel like doing them. So, as you can see, this room's a bit of a mess. Another thing you can see is I've gone for a bit of a Dr. Evil vibe. It's not a choice, I'm just going bald. Minute of silence for my hair. Not frozen, that was just a bit of silence. I've decided today to do something that I'm actually shipping off because I've sold it. So this is going to be going in the next few days. I think every nerd gets to a point, in some point when they've got all this stuff, that they just go, I need to get rid of some of this shit. So I am clearing out. It's the constant phrase of every nerd is that, you know, I'm just sorting things out. I am having a clear out soon, or I've had that for ages, and I can't do it anymore. I ain't got no space, and I'd rather have a fewer better things. So a lot of this stuff will be going, but what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to do videos of things pretty much as they're leaving the door. So this way I can sort of review them, keep them for prosperity reasons, but without actually having to have the item, and also get some money for them, because that's nice. That's how it works. So today I am doing an item that's just sold, which will be going off to a new home very shortly, and that is the TIE Bomber. So it is a Star Wars themed episode again today. So this is it. I believe this is from the 30th anniversary collection. I got this ages ago, can't even remember how, I just have. Interestingly, this is one of the TIE fighters that they didn't do, even though it appeared in Empire Strikes Back, they didn't actually release it in the vintage vehicle line, which I always found quite interesting. I guess with the TIE Interceptor, Darth Vader's TIE and the original TIE made sense because the bodies were all the same, I believe, and it was just the wings that they had to then make new moulds for, which was interesting because Darth Vader's TIE fighter, I was always under the assumption it was the same as the Power of the Force mould, until recently when I found out it was just a TIE fighter body with Darth Vader wings in the vintage line. So I've already sort of unboxed this, so I don't have the tiny bombs that go with it, because I'm guessing that's one of those things that does get lost quite a lot. So this is the TIE Bomber, a bit far away in the distance, but yeah, it's nice. I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to get something and go, well, this is crap. I probably will, actually. I don't know why I'm saying that. Put myself into a corner. It is a really good vehicle. I mean, the detailing's great. It's got the old sort of blaster scorch marks on it, so it's giving it a bit of character. There is a button on top here. So you can see there is a tiny hole here. That is for where the little bombs go. The little blue bombs that I don't have. You press this button on top, and that will then release them out of this rather awkward jutting out thing below, which I would have thought, I actually don't like that bit. That bit doesn't look good. I mean, it's good for a handle, I guess, but I don't like the way it juts out like that, especially when it just sort of seems a bit counterbalanced with TIE fighters. TIE fighters always have a nice kind of balance to them. I mean, even the, I can't remember what it's called, I'm going to call it a Tri-Fighter, which is a TIE fighter with 3 wings. I think it's called like TIE Defender, maybe? Even that has a sort of balance to it in the fact that everything's sort of evenly placed. So this, whilst I really like the idea that it has the 2 sides, one for the bombing, one for the pilot, I don't like this. This seems odd to me. So it's, TIE fighters are like even, that's their thing, and the noise. But hey ho, it's not like I'm keeping it, so so yeah, if you happen to be watching this, the guy who's buying this, you love it. It's great. It's wonderful. So, wings are quite long. Say size-wise, there's not a real great deal to talk about with TIE fighters. You know what you're sort of getting. This is the back, so more of an engine's. Kind of looks like the back of the front of a pod racer, weirdly. So, which if anyone played Star Wars Racer's Revenge, there was a TIE fighter themed racer that you can unlock with Darth Vader if you got it all. He does come with a figure. He comes with a figure, like the ship's a he. Here it is. It's a TIE fighter pilot, shockingly enough. You know, if it came with Rey, who wasn't even invented at this point, then that would have been weird. So here we go. So it's kind of like a cross between a vintage collection meets a Power of the Force line figure. And when I say Power of the Force, I mean the 90s. So head sculpt is nice and shiny black. See, look, we're the same size. Perspective! He has some articulation, so he has head articulation because the little control panel thing on him is not actually attached. He has the old standard arms. It's good. He has a swivel waist as well, so he can be like, what? He has legs. That wasn't just a random statement. He has legs. He has legs that can bend. If you let me finish interrupting, random person who I don't know who you are. He has bendable legs, which is really great because one, you didn't used to see that in a lot of old figures. Not this is old, but it's very old styled. It reminds me of the Power of the Force 2 line, if you want to be technical. It fits nicely into the cockpit, like so. You can see him in there with the light. So inside the cockpit, detail-wise, sophisticated. Just hold things closer to a camera. You got the two handles. Weirdly, he's got the handles there, but his wrists don't swivel, so you can't actually get him to hold it. And I don't believe he came with a gun that I can see from what I've got here. I got this second hand, so it didn't have the bombs. It didn't have, if he did have a gun, it didn't come with it. So, what do I think? Overall thoughts. Again, really love it. If you're building like a big Imperial army, or you've got plenty of space for vehicles, fantastic. I don't have a lot of space, and the problem is vehicles do take up a lot of space, and it's where do you draw the line? So, people might get one TIE fighter, for example, but then if you're getting the whole TIE fighter range, then that's a lot of shelf space. And look behind me, it's amazing how much it mounts up, and people just go, he likes Star Wars and Transformers, I'll buy him some Star Wars and Transformers stuff. You end up with lots, and let's be honest, because you're a nerd, you get excited and you go, you buy things, and then 2 months after having it, you're like, yeah, maybe. Or you forget you have it. That's even worse. It does happen. Anyone who says it doesn't happen is lying. So it's lovely. It's great. I feel very happy that I've owned it. I'm happy to pass it on. They're not particularly rare or expensive to get these. There is a different moulding, so I think at this point it's kind of like your £30 to £40 range to get it second hand. Mine comes with the box. It's got a very battered box, but this is obviously loose. If it had the bombs, I think maybe it'd go for a bit more, but there we go. So that is my little review about the TIE Bomber. I do really like TIE fighters. I am keeping what's called the Hot Wheels Starship Collection line. So they're much smaller. They're like this big. And that's the thing. I can get one of each of the different models of TIE fighters there, and they take up so little space rather than something that takes up a lot of space. Today I'm wearing my Jawas t-shirt. So it's like Jaws, but Jawas. Get it? Look, as if I wasn't nerdy enough to wear a Jaws t-shirt, I actually changed it to Jawas and made it Star Wars, which just it gets you more friends. You get more friends from it. It's great. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll do another video soon, hopefully, because I'm about to list some other stuff on eBay. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, and do a little dance, make it a laugh, and if there's time, get down tonight. Bye.